And after 2 weeks of hard-fought negotiations, the world came together to adopt measures to fight climate change and keep global warming in check. However, despite the claims of a historic deal in COP28, loopholes remain, and while the world has agreed to transition away from the era of fossil fuels, the Global South has key concerns which will need to be addressed by the world.
We have now reached the end of our joint plenary meeting. Delegates, colleagues, and friends, I must say that you did it. You delivered.
With a giggle and a hug, the COP28 came to an end in Dubai. The outcome of COP28 marks the first time in 3 decades of its climate summits that nations have agreed on a concerted move away from oil, gas and coal, which account for about 80% of global energy. COP28 President Sultan Al Jaber called the deal historic.
We have confronted realities and we have set the world in the right direction. We have given it a robust action plan to keep 1.5 within reach. It is a plan that is led by the science. It is a balanced plan that tackles emissions, bridges the gap on adaptation, reimagines global finance, and delivers on loss and damage.
The key outcomes of the summit to tackle climate change included a just transition away from fossil fuels by 2050, prioritizing zero and low emission technologies like renewables and nuclear, phasing out inefficient fossil fuel subsidies, accelerating the phase down of coal power and rapidly deploying clean transportation solutions. The future role of fossil fuels remained the most contentious issue at the 2-week summit in Dubai. More than 100 countries had lobbied for strong language to phase out oil, gas and coal use, but faced opposition from the Saudi-led oil producer group OPEC, which argued that the world can slash emissions without shunning specific fuels.
We cannot miss any opportunity to reduce emissions, regardless of the source or sector. We must employ all techniques in this regard.
Disagreements, however, remained over the success of the outcome.
We have come to the conclusion that the course correction that is needed has not been secured. We have made an incremental advancement over business as usual, when what we really needed is an exponential step change in our actions and support.
Nations from the Global South that has been particularly impacted by adverse effects of climate change voiced for climate finance for the underdeveloped and developing world for a timely transition.
Bangladesh is trying its level best to phase out. Obviously, it would require climate finance, technology support and investment. We have not seen that forthcoming at the rate that it deserves and at the rate which will enable Bangladesh to phase out on a faster track. It has the pathway, it is looking at the plans, but it is a country of 170 million people and they still need to go to school and have hospitals and they need to develop. So it would be difficult to say outright that Bangladesh will be able to do this in the short term. It could do a lot more if the climate finance was there, if the technological support was there.
India, in the beginning of the summit, had highlighted the need for the developed world to shoulder responsibility through climate finance and sharing of technology.
ग्लोबल साउथ के तमाम देशों की क्लाइमेट चेंज में भूमिका बहुत कम रही है, पर क्लाइमेट चेंज के दुष्प्रभाव उन पर कहीं अधिक है। संसाधनों की कमी के बावजूद ये देश क्लाइमेट एक्शन के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है। ग्लोबल साउथ की आकांक्षाओं को पूरा करने के लिए क्लाइमेट फाइनेंस और टेक्नोलॉजी बहुत ही जरूरी है।
While the COP28 is being claimed as a step in the right direction, the implantation will be the key for a safer future of the world.